What's going on, guys? Lexus Driver here, and today is September 11th, 2019, which is Patriot Day in the United States. So, this is going to be part one because I'm going to be doing part two. Now, this here, I'm going to be showcasing some pictures I've collected on the internet, memorial pictures, which I find is amazing to see, and a sign to remember the dead. So here is the tribute in light, which is a group of spotlights arranged in the Twin Towers configuration. Not really configuration, like in the Twin Towers design. On the anniversary of September 11th, these spotlights light the night sky to tribute the many people who lost their lives in the Twin Towers. So this tribute in light is located in Battery Park, New York City, on the anniversary of September 11th, 2001. Now, this is one of my favorite artworks New York has ever made because, like I said, the spotlights lighting the night sky represented the Twin Towers that were destroyed on 9/11. Here is the National September 11th Memorial and Museum. These are the reflecting pools of where the Twin Towers once stood. You have the North Pool and the South Pool. The North Pool contains the names of the people who died in the 1993 World Trade Center bombing, the people who died on board American Airlines Flight 11, the plane that smashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center, and also all the names of the people who died in the North Tower of the World Trade Center, both when the plane smashed into the tower and when the tower collapsed. On the South Pool, it contains the names of the people who died in the South Tower of the World Trade Center, United Airlines Flight 175, the plane that smashed into the South Tower of the World Trade Center. But these two reflecting pools not only shows the names of the people who died in the World Trade Center, it also showcased all the people, excluding the hijackers, who died in the 9/11 event. So the South Pool contains also the names of the people who died on board American Airlines Flight 77 and also on United Airlines Flight 93. Including those who died in the Pentagon. And also, the South Pool also contains the names of the first responders who died fulfilling their duties during that fateful day. So yeah, these are the two reflecting pools, which stands on the footprints of where the Twin Towers once stood. This here is the Calirary pear tree, nicknamed the Survivor Tree. How it got its name is this tree survived the collapse of the Twin Towers. This tree was buried in a lot of rubble of Ground Zero. When they recovered it, a lot of people were believing or wondering that this tree isn't going to survive. But this tree was nursed back to life and now stands at the site where the Twin Towers once stood. And this tree represented survival, resilience, and even facing the hardships, no matter how big it is. So yeah, this survivor tree stands right now at the National September 11th Memorial in downtown Manhattan. Next is the National September 11th Museum. This museum is also located at the spot at Ground Zero. This museum houses the artifacts and everything that's preserved, and also is a place to learn the events of September 11th, 2001. Although it is a museum, there are some disturbing images and whatnot. So yeah, but disturbing or not, these can really tell the story on what happened on September 11th, 2001. Now, This is the Pentagon Memorial. This is where they showcase benches. Now, the Pentagon Memorial is it's located in Washington D.C. at the Pentagon. These benches contains names of the people who died, both in the Pentagon and on board American Airlines Flight 77, which was the plane that smashed into the Pentagon. Now, when you read the names on the bench, you can tell you can tell if a person you can tell that would be the person who died in the Pentagon or on board American Airlines Flight 77. Now, when you read the name of the person who died and you're facing the Pentagon, that's the person who died in the Pentagon. Now, if you read and now on the bench where you read the names of the person who died and you're facing away from the Pentagon, that's the person who died on board American Airlines Flight 77. But all in all, the Pentagon Memorial is a place, to remember those who died, and yeah. So yeah, the Pentagon Memorial, located in Washington, D.C. Now, this is the Pentagon Visitor Center. It's not the official one. It's just the concept art. This status right now, they're still raising money to build this visitor center, but in later years, they might start construction, and also a really good place to learn what happened on September 11th, 2001. So yeah, visitor center, amazing design, really looking forward to it, and a good place to learn what happened on that fateful day. So they're still raising money to building this Pentagon Visitor Center. But this is also going to be situated near the Pentagon. But yeah, like I said, the visitor center would be a place to learn what happened on that fateful day. Next up is the United 93 National Memorial. This is the spot where United 93 was one of the planes that did not reach its intended target. Passengers thwarted the hijackers and caused this aircraft to smash into a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Now, the National Memorial shows the names of all the passengers on board United Airlines Flight 93. So this wall contains the names of the people who died on board United Airlines Flight 93. Like the Pentagon, United 93 also has a visitor center, and like any other visitor center, like the one that's going to be constructing in Washington D.C., this United 93 Visitor Center is the spot where people would visit and learn that fateful day on September 11th, 2001. So yeah, this is the visitor center, and also a place where there's like artifacts being stored, and yeah, so this is the United 93 Visitor Center. Great design, really liked it, and really good place to pay your respects and learn that historical event. Well, not historical, that fateful event. Finally, on part one is here we have is the Tower of Voices. Why it's called the Tower of Voices? Because this Tower of Voices, you hear chimes. These chimes, you would feel like the presence of passengers fearing, fearing the inevitable, and that passengers thwarting the hijackers. The Tower of Voices, you feel a bit of nostalgia about what happened on that fateful day. So yeah, this is the Tower of Voices, located also in Shanksville, Pennsylvania.